Let's learn about newborn cues, understanding what your baby is trying to say to you. As an expectant parent or a new parent, not only do you wonder how you will meet all of your baby's needs, you may wonder how you'll even know what those needs are. In this video, we'll discuss all the different ways your baby will communicate with you and give you clues about what they need. Newborns have certain reflective behaviors that create a universal language. We're going to look at YouTube videos showing babies from around the world communicating with their parents. Watch this baby in the quiet, alert state. What do you notice? You saw engagement cues. The baby's body is relaxed and their eyes are bright, wide open, and looking around at the world.
Hi. Say hi.
So, what should you do when you see these engagement cues? Talk to your baby and play with your baby. In these next two videos, watch the little ones have a conversation with their parents. As the parent talks, the baby will look down at their parent's mouth, then look back up at their eyes.
Habis nunjuk kok bengong sih? Hah? Kenyang ya? Udah kenyang.
Oh, 这样子啊，这样子啊。Happy 2 weeks old.
When your baby starts getting more active and wiggling around a lot, start watching them for cues about what they need.
你别耍我了，你这又饿了，这是张嘴找。
We're going to play a game called Name That Cue. I want you to try to figure out what these babies are trying to say. Your hint is that it's been over an hour since this baby last ate. Yep, that baby was showing hunger cues. Let's learn more. The first hunger cue is rooting. That's where the baby wants to latch onto something and suck. In this next video, notice how the baby tries to grab the finger and suck it into their mouth. Hunger cue number 2 is when they suck on anything they can reach, especially if it looks like a nipple or is soft skin.
What are you doing, Clay? Huh?
She is sucking on my chin.
Hunger cue number 3 is tongue thrusts. This is when you see the baby just moving its tongue around a lot and mouthing at things. Do you remember in the quiet alert state how we saw babies who were just sitting still and gazing at their parents? That's not what we're seeing here. Hunger cue number 4 is when your baby may dive for a nipple. They may dive for anyone's nipple.
Baby, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Baby, that's not gonna work.
When we've shown this video to other new parents, some have worried about this baby. They say, aren't you supposed to support the baby's head? The answer is that yes, usually you would support the baby's head. But if your baby is in this position for just a moment, it's totally fine. It won't harm them, just like it wouldn't harm you. but we do want to move them back into a supported position pretty soon. So we've just learned several different hunger cues: rooting, sucking, tongue thrust, and diving for a nipple. What should you do when you see hunger cues? That's easy. Feed the baby. Babies show all of these hunger cues for about 15 minutes before they start to cry. Crying is actually a late cue. It's what babies do when nothing else worked to get their needs met. So don't wait till they start crying. Feed them as soon as they tell you they're hungry. Okay, now we're going to play Name That Cue again. Tell me, how is this baby feeling? Hint, this baby just finished eating.
I didn't. You have enough to eat.
Something smells.
Oh.
These babies are showing full cues. At the end of a nursing session, they look satisfied, sleepy, groggy. They may even look a little bit like they're drunk on milk.
Going to sleep.
To know for sure whether your baby's getting enough to eat, you should definitely monitor their diaper counts and their weight gain. But if your baby looked satisfied like this at the end of the feed, it's a pretty good bet that they got a good meal. Now, name this cue. What are these babies trying to tell you? So this baby just ate, but she's not looking relaxed and sleepy like those other babies. How do you think she's feeling? These babies are feeling gassy. You can tell that they are uncomfortable. They make creaking noises, they make faces, they squirm around, or they pull their legs up toward their bellies. When you see gassy cues, you should help your baby to burp. There are a few ways to do that. You can place them over your shoulder and pat their back, or sit them up and rub their back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
job.
I don't like burpees. I don't like burpees.
When you're holding your baby in a sitting position, you can support their head by cupping their chin in your hand. Then lean them back and sit them back up again. You can try for a few minutes to help them burp. If they don't burp after a few minutes of trying and they're still fussy, maybe it's not gas after all. Don't feel like they have to burp. Just move on to soothing their fussiness. All right, ready for your next set of clues? What's happening here? I've got a hint. It will soon be time for a diaper change.
How funny would it be if he pooped right now? You should get it on camera.
Poop cues, or the signs that a baby is preparing for a bowel movement, include a thoughtful expression with pursed lips and furrowed brow, and grunting or pushing noises. If your baby looks like they're contemplating the mysteries of the universe, they're probably pooping.
Push the poopy out. Finish it out, Kaden.
You better?
Oh, I'm smelling something. I think he's gone at least a little bit.
You better not be pooping, kiddo. I just changed your diaper.
Oh, this is cute.
When you see these signs, you can hold your baby in the poop position. Hold them so they're sitting up and support their thighs, almost like they're sitting on a toilet. This baby in the picture is pooping into his diaper, but you could save a diaper by instead holding a bare-bottomed baby over a toilet or a sink. After poop cues, give your baby a few minutes to finish up pooping before you change their diaper. Okay, time to move on. Name this cue. What are these babies trying to tell you?
Where's my little man at? Where's my little man? Oh, yeah.
What's mine?
So when we talked about engagement cues, we said the body was relaxed, and this baby certainly is relaxed. But we also said there that the eyes were wide open and bright. So this is definitely not engagement cues. Do you need another clue about what it is? These are tired cues. Yawning is obvious, but also when you see that dull, glassy-eyed expression, or a baby who's rubbing at their eyes or ears, or turning their head from side to side like they're trying to get comfortable on a pillow, those are all tired cues.
Say something for Oma and Opa. Say we're coming to Germany so you can meet me.
Big yawn. Oh, someone's waking up.
I started shaking the camera just now, cause like to soothe her.
Nanny, nanny, nanny. Tell nanny, nanny, nanny.
When you see these tired cues, start soothing your baby towards sleep. Try swaddling or snuggling them, try rocking them rhythmically, and talking quietly or singing them a lullaby. What shouldn't you do when your baby is tired? Don't keep stimulating them by playing with them, and wait to bathe or change them if it can wait till later. These things can overload a tired baby, and overstimulated babies may cry and cry. Let's look at our next set of clues.
Hey, sweetie.
As Americans prepare for war with Germany, African Americans.
When a baby is starting to get overloaded, they show disengagement cues. Now remember that engagement cues were a relaxed body, wide open eyes, and reaching up to the parent. Disengagement cues are the opposite of that. Jerky movements, glassy eyes, turning away from the parent, and pushing things away.
Oh, you love that, don't you? You like it when I talk to you like that.
Oh, is a baby gonna cry? Huh?
If we ignore the subtle disengagement cues and keep providing more stimulation, the baby can get totally overstimulated. You'll see a stiff body, tight muscles, and hear a grinding cry. Instead of adding more stimulation, try soothing the baby. One good way is the happiest baby on the block method from Harvey Karp. Swaddle the baby, hold them on their side or stomach, bounce or jiggle them, and add some white noise. Whatever calming technique you choose, stick to it for about 5 minutes straight to give it a chance to work. When your baby is already overloaded, you don't want to switch in and out of lots of different ways of trying to soothe them. You want to pick one and stick to it. Be boring, repetitive, and predictable. That will help them to settle themselves back down. As the baby starts to settle down and fuss less, try soothing them towards sleep. Try quiet, repetitive motion like rocking and shushing. Newborn sleep cycles are different from an older child or adult. When a newborn baby first falls asleep, they're in the active sleep stage, also called REM, or rapid eye movement. In light sleep, you may see them twitching, jerky movements, making faces, fluttering their eyelids, or sucking in their sleep.
So cute.
Continue to rock and soothe the baby. Try not to disturb them in this stage or they might wake back up. So if they're asleep in your arms, it may work best to continue to hold them until they settle into deep sleep, which usually takes 10 to 20 minutes. A pro tip is that you could try laying the baby down in their crib when they're just drowsy, and then patting them until they fall asleep there. Then you won't have to worry about trying to move them during light sleep or have to wait until they're in deep sleep. Let's check out a baby in deep sleep.
మల్లె పందిరి కాడ తుమ్మెద మొసక వెన్నెల్లో నా తుమ్మెద మల్లె పందిరి కాడ తుమ్మెద మాల కడుతున్నావా తుమ్మెద ఈ మాలెవరి కోసమ్మ తుమ్మెద.
Do you see how the baby's whole body is very relaxed and their breathing is quiet and rhythmic?
So he's almost 1 full day old. He's just sleeping and sleeping.
After about 40 minutes of deep sleep, baby will return to light active sleep. Try not to disturb them. They may fall back into deep sleep. It may help if you gently pat them or rock them at this time. When your baby is in deep sleep, it's a great opportunity to get some rest yourself, or take a shower or grab a snack. It's okay if you make some noise. In deep sleep, your baby will sleep through most things. And now here's something not to do when your baby is in deep sleep. Or, well, I guess you could do it a few times, just for fun.
Get that. Gotta 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 get that.
In this video, you've learned lots of typical cues that many newborns show that communicate their needs. These are just hints to get you started. As you get to know your own unique baby, you will learn their unique cues, and you'll know how best to respond. Now, sometimes your baby will show several cues at once. They'll show tired cues, then hunger cues, and then they poop.
Yum. Oh! Yay! Hooray! Oh, are you looking for boobies? Huh?
So yes, sometimes they show mixed cues, sometimes they show cues that just don't make sense, like hunger cues right after they've eaten. Newborn communication is not an exact science, and you won't always interpret your baby right, and that's okay. If you can't figure out what they need, don't feel like you have to problem solve it. Sometimes you can just focus on soothing them. But in general, the better you are at interpreting their cues, the more quickly you can respond and get their needs met. This typically means babies will cry less. It does not mean they'll never cry. Soothing crying babies is always a part of every parent's life. But understanding newborn cues can help you to get parenting off to a great start.